There's a secret older than any market, deeper than any investment before Bitcoin, before Wall Street, before the concept of money as you know it. There was an idea so dangerous, so revolutionary, that it created the first millionaire in human history. He wasn't a king, he wasn't a banker, he was a gambler, a fugitive, a man who believed that wealth was not in gold, but in the mind, and in a single lifetime, he would build and destroy the greatest financial empire the world had ever seen. This is the true story of John Law, the man who invented money as we know it, and the secret that still controls every fortune today. Scotland, 1694. A young man named John Law sits in a tavern, calculating odds, studying faces, reading human desire like a book. He isn't just playing cards, he's studying risk. He sees what others miss, that every decision, every bet, every fortune is built on probability. But fate intervenes. A duel, a death, a sentence of death by hanging. He escapes prison and vanishes into Europe. A fugitive, a man with no home, but a mind sharper than any sword. And in exile, he finds his obsession. He asks the question that will change everything. If money is belief, can belief be turned into money? He begins to write theories about circulation, credit, and confidence, ideas so advanced that even kings will one day worship them. The first truth he uncovers is this: the moment you understand how belief moves money, you stop working for it and make it work for you. Fast forward to Paris, 1716. The French crown is bankrupt. Wars have drained the treasury. The gold is gone, and hope is fading fast. Into this desperation walks John Law, now older, wiser, dressed not as a gambler, but as a gentleman economist. He tells the Duke of Orleans, "You don't need gold to create wealth. You need faith." It was a statement of madness, yet also of genius. He proposes a bank of paper, promises money printed not from gold, but from trust in the kingdom itself. And the king agrees. Just like that, the first central bank of France, the Banque Générale, is born. And John Law turns paper into power. The effect is electric. Trade surges. Ships leave France overflowing with goods. Merchants profit. Credit flows like water. And at the center of it all stands John Law, the man everyone calls the Wizard of Finance. He buys estates. He rides through Paris in golden carriages. And for the first time in recorded history, man becomes a millionaire. Not a king, not a noble, but a commoner, through the sheer force of an idea. But behind every boom lies the whisper of a bubble. This reveals the second financial truth. You don't become rich by chasing money. You become rich by creating momentum and knowing when to step aside. Enter the Mississippi Company Law's masterpiece, a corporation that promised untold wealth from the New World. Gold, land, and endless opportunity. But the truth? It was belief dressed as prosperity. People sold their homes for shares. Fortunes doubled overnight. Even servants became investors. Paris was drunk on optimism. And Law, now the most powerful man in France, believed his creation would never fail. He had become a victim of his own success. But when too many people wanted to exchange their paper for gold, the illusion cracked, confidence shattered, panic spread like wildfire. The markets collapsed. The millionaire maker was suddenly the most hated man in Europe. He fled in disguise, leaving behind the ruins of a dream built on belief. The hard lesson learned was the third financial truth. Greed destroys faster than innovation builds. You must know when your vision becomes your vanity. John Law died in Venice, alone and impoverished. But his ideas, his dangerous, beautiful ideas, survived. He had invented paper money, stocks and shares, and the modern banking system. Everything you see today, credit cards, stock markets, startups, even crypto, they all trace their roots back to a single Scottish gambler who believed in belief itself. He may have failed in his time, but his vision built ours. This teaches us the fourth timeless truth. Innovation is simply failure stretched across time until the world finally catches up. Today, John Law's secret still rules. Every modern fortune, every billionaire, every empire is built on belief. Think about it. Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Google, they are not just companies. They are belief systems. People don't invest in what's real. They invest in what feels inevitable. And those who can make the invisible feel inevitable become the millionaires of their generation. The fifth and final truth is this: the rich don't predict the future. They create it by convincing others it's already here. So, what was the true secret that made the first millionaire? It wasn't paper. It wasn't gold. It wasn't even luck. It was trust. John Law understood that wealth isn't about what you own. It's about what others believe you own. And if you can build that belief through trust, vision, and persistence, you can rewrite your own destiny. Because money is just the shadow of belief. And those who master belief never have to chase money again. He began as a gambler. He ended as a visionary. And in between, he taught humanity the most dangerous truth of money isn't power. Belief is. So, build trust, create a vision, lead with value, and one day, the world won't just pay you, it will believe in you. If stories like this inspire you to see wealth differently, subscribe. Because the past doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. This is Wealthzone 7, where history teaches wealth. Thanks for watching.